This is the Simpit. I'm your host, Shaun Cole, and welcome to today's edition of the Pit Stop, where you, the pit crew, you are the real star of today's show. Happy Monday. Happy Veterans Day to everybody. When I did my Twitch stream, I started with a little thank you, a little shout out to the veterans in the U.S. Armed Services. And I'm sure every country has their own version of this, but today's the day we celebrate the veterans of our service, and a shout out to everybody past or present or future who serves in our military. Because it's great to have people who will step forward and do good things for the public, good things, civic service, civil service, so to speak. And a shout out to everybody who does good things for society in general. So happy Veterans Day to everybody out there. And I know a lot of people in the United States are enjoying a day off. I am not. I am working, but I tell you what, my work, it's almost a day off. So, or it's at least what a lot of you would do with your day off. So thank you for being here. Happy Monday. I think we have a little bit of a light news day because of it being a holiday. That's probably part of the reason why. So, but we have a few things we can talk about as well. Want to thank and hello everybody who's here on Twitch. If you don't know, if you're a YouTube fan, do know that we are on Twitch as well, Shaun Cole _ in the pit, and we do a little before and after the pre-game party, post-game party, and we transition into other pieces. So we are working today, and we'll be doing that live on Twitch. Thank you guys for being here as well. We did have a little hiccup today, so I hope everything's working on the YouTube end. I see the stream. It looks like it's working, but for some reason my OBS failed, which explains why it didn't work the other day when I was trying to do the Skippy race. So hopefully everything is resolved on the YouTube end, and everything's working on Twitch, and everything's working in general. But what's going on in the world of sim racing? See this photo up on my thumbnail, I call it, for the show today? You would swear you were looking at Wreckfest. I see this image. It's an old beater tow truck. We had a tow truck just like that at Russell Racing back in the day. It wasn't armored quite like this one, but the armoring made me think, wow, that is such a Wreckfest truck. Oh my God, when do we get this? I don't remember that being the latest DLC, the Boomer Pack or whatever they called it. No, in fact, that, believe it or not, is iRacing. So Greg Hill, one of the main key figures at iRacing, posted this on Twitter, iRacing Twitter. Our artists are nearly finished with modeling the iRacing version of Lernerville Speedway. All right. And I'd love to know the story behind this armored tow truck. Anyway, I guess that's something we're going to see on the sidelines there. I loved it. Too bad it's not going to be, that should be the pace car on the dirt side of things as well. Also at iRacing, it was sort of like Big Check Day. So all of the guys, they did this at the Dirt Nationals, I believe, in Charlotte, if I'm not mistaken. But here is Otto Zerbini. I'm sorry, I always get Otto's last name right. It's been a while since I said it. And he's given his check to Blake Majolis, who won the late model, and an $11,300 check for him. That's pretty good. Hey, Steven Dager, how you doing? And then here's a picture of Otto giving the big giant check over. Assetto 83, thank you very much. I saw, I have a little alert box problem. I'm not sure exactly what that one was. I need to work on some alerts. I need to steal some tricks that we're doing over on Twitch as of the other day that are even more fancy than what we're doing on YouTube to an extent. Anyway, so here's this big check, $15,200 going to Alex Bergeron. Remember, this was the winged sprint, the World of Outlaw champion. New subscriber, Steven Dager, thank you. Some of our notifications are working. It's changed everything. I didn't realize that was going over here. I have to figure out how everything's tied together. I have so many different variations of streams and names, and I got to find out how much they're actually integrated. I didn't know those were going to happen here, but thank you for subbing. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe to the channel, you get to know when our videos are coming out. Billy Strange, welcome to the show. How you doing? Billy, I was looking at the graphic of your band, and I thought, Do you guys ever get accused of being Russian? Does everyone expect some Russian rock band based on your logo, your graphic? Anyway, 15,000. Congratulations to Alex on that. And is that all I had to show you? Here's World. Majola's getting his big giant trophy as well. So it was a very, very big deal going on. Otto Zabini. I think I said that wrong. Sorry, Otto. I know Otto very well. I shouldn't screw his name up. Hey, Mr. Mac, welcome to the show. I'm doing great. Monday, holiday Monday. Happy Veterans Day. We did a little intro with that. But what else? Anyway, but again, that Wreckfest, I want that to be the pace car for the dirt events in iRacing. It would be very fitting, in my opinion, for like small dirt tracks, if you know what I mean. What else? What else is going on? R Factor. Hey, Kit X, how you doing? We talked about the 24-hour, the R Factor 24-hour event. This is a big deal. Brings out a lot of the biggest names, biggest teams in it. And it did come to a conclusion. So I didn't get a chance to watch it. I was streaming, working all weekend long. But in our LMP group, it looks like Singularity Racing won over Coanda Simsport. So Coanda, don't think of them as just iRacing team. Followed in third by Edge ESport. And then in the GTE class, AAA ESport, Zanshow Racing, and Edge ESport. Edge taking the podium in both classes. Well done by those guys. They certainly came prepared. 3 interlocking circles representing the unity between band members. Totally. That reminds me of the Olympic rings. Project Cars. So they have arrived. They have some photos of the Logitech G Challenge, the EU finals. Watch Europe's fastest Project Cars 2 drivers battle for place at the world finals. Blah blah. Pictures of the event. I always like looking at the stage, the presentation. So there is the blue carpet, so to speak, and our contestant rigs. We see 8 of them there for the in-person challenge going on there in the EU finals. Here we see a couple of the competitors at their rigs, cameras everywhere, lights everywhere. Project Shadow and Logitech G Challenge, and then in the end it was VP Isaac 21 has done it again, and that SMS R champion with VP Gaming, and now Logitech G Challenge EU champion. He will go to the Logitech G ESport World Finals in Vegas next week alongside runner-up THR Wolf. Obviously, they had Lando Norris there. I saw that picture at the McLaren page as well. And then here are all of the contestants, the broadcasters, and so on and so on. Very cool event. And next week, I guess, is the Vegas. There's the big write-up at the Project Cars page. Not sure who these 2 gentlemen are. Do you guys know? Anybody know who these 2 dudes are? I know that's Lando. Anyway, talking about the live stream Silverstone, they have a replay there. So I'm finding this right here through the ProjectCarsEsport.com page. They did it live via Twitch. Azure Circuit was race number 2. Race number 3 was Indianapolis Road Course. Race 4, Monza. And in the end, it was VP Isaac Gillison with 70 points over Elvin THR Wolf Smith. Elvin Smith, a.k.a. THR Wolf, or Isaac Gillison, who won, a.k.a. VP Isaac 21. Fabrizio Raza finished in 3rd place. So, and there you go. Yeah, I hear it's snowing everywhere and brutally cold everywhere. I have it pretty, Dave Flair, well played. All right, what else? Dirt Rally Season 3 players got a minty fresh set of liveries last week. And then they put out another Roadbook talking about specifically. So this just came out 3 days ago. I don't know if we covered this on Friday, but Finland Rally now available. We talked about that. Season stage liveries. I don't remember talking about that. And then they've got a video. Oh, and the World Rallycross Championship. We talked about that. Somebody even asked if they had Rallycross, and indeed they do. And then here is the competition schedule. Today being the last day for the Rally Poland and Rallycross at Metet, Belgium. And starting tomorrow will be Rally New Zealand, Weinmaramar Point Reverse in the R2, or Rallycross at Holges, Sweden in the RX 1600. And that'll be next week's competition on that. So you can find all that via the Codemasters blog, blog.codemasters.com. There you go. It's your home turf. Home turf. Call it YMAZ. Thank you. Thank you for that. YMAZ. Let me see what I'm looking at here. YMAZ. I said it wrong. YMAZ. So that's just YMAZ Point Reverse. Is that what you're saying? How people would say it for real? Hawke's Bay. All right. Awesome. Welcome to the show from New Zealand, the down under of down under. All right, what else to talk about on this glorious Monday, everybody? 7 hours ago, Grid posted that a patch is now rolling out for Grid players on the Xbox One and PS4, specifically to address stability and reduce instances of crashes or freezes. And I believe that already came out, so they're announcing it's coming. They're talking about the Ford versus Ferrari community race lobbies. That's pretty cool. You got to like that. Starting tomorrow, it'll be Indianapolis, San Francisco in the historic GT class on the PS4. And on the 13th, it'll be that same combination on the Xbox One. Tom Jones in the house. How you doing, Tom? And I thought, here it is. Steam update for Grid is now live that also addresses stability. Please download. So that one happened 3 hours ago for PC players. And a patch is now rolling out, that being 7 hours ago for the Xbox One and PS4. For Grid specifically, and get ready for the Ford versus Ferrari community challenges. Oh, you got hit by the cold as well. 8 megabytes. Oh my, that's gigantic. Actually, that's not too big. No, that's tiny. That's tiny. Gigabytes. Forza, I don't cover Forza all that much because most of their news is just sort of promoting their daily shows and things. And they got 7 days a week of activities. But one way you can follow Forza Motorsport, whether it be Horizon or Motorsport really, is through Forza Motorsport on Twitter. And so here on the 8th, and I don't remember covering this on Friday, 23 degrees in Chicago and snowing. Oh no, Bucho, you're into the put a chair in your parking spot wars of Chicago you told me about. Hung out with Bucho, in case you guys don't know. You guys are the real star of today's show, but I hung out with Bucho and Franco back at Long Beach a year and a half, 2 years ago now. And anyway, we talked about it. He told me all about winters in Chicago and the way you would have to shovel out your spot for your car, and then when you left, you had to put something there marking that this is mine, and people will fight over those spots. Anyway, one of the coolest, most entertaining stories and facts that I learned about Chicago city life. Thank you, Bucho. Sorry you're back into that time of year. But anyway, Forza, back to Forza. We're thrilled to announce that we have partnered with Lamborghini. This is coming from Forza Road Championships. Isn't that what they call it? To bring you all the action for the Forza Road Championships Invitational Series 2019 LAN Finals. So apparently, Super Chat, look at that, Tom Jones with the $2 donation. You know, I need to change, if that is all activated, I need to bring in the elements and dump these for now. And I need to make a big fat note to myself to correct that instantly. And maybe even change the layout to an extent because of it. So we're going to see what we're going to do here. I'm enjoying what we have going on over at Twitch and some of the looks and some of the effects we have going on. Anyway, okay, so that's good news. Lamborghini in on the action. That's the kind of affiliation you want. You know, these affiliations are starting to pay benefits. It's not just naming rights in all cases anymore. Now we're to the point where these things lead to opportunities beyond what was promised with the affiliation. Remember that fact in a moment. We're going to get to another story that'll make that somewhat relevant. Bucho, I hope you make it next year. It'd be great to hang out with you again, and we'll hang out even more than we did last time, I tell you that. Manu 8019, thank you very much. You guys are lighting up the boards right now. I need to hear the effect quicker so I can look up and see what's actually going on, or get my reporter thing going better. We're going to work on that, I promise. I've seen some word on Lambo electric supercar as well. That's kind of entertaining concept. Hey, ice cream is good in the cold or in the heat, no matter what, as long as you're comfortable. 16 degrees there, Brian. That's brutal. Brutal. I don't want to even brag. My weather is absolutely beautiful. Super chat. Look at that. Thunder Motorsports. Thank you very much. Much appreciate. You guys are awesome. You guys are just testing out. Thank Big J. Thank you, Big J. We are putting a lot of work into our look. Dave Blair definitely is going to win the hottest spot award with 86. We're not that hot, luckily, but we're perfect. Manu, I read it's raining baldly. I was like, oh, a shot at the bald? Sorry, it's raining. I wish it was raining here. Yes, thank you, Thunder Motorsport 34. Thank you, Tom, for acknowledging that. 65 in San Diego. D1 RGE. I'm jealous of you. There are very few places people tell me they live that I'm actually jealous of. San Diego is one that I would happily move to. 56 for Big J. 7 degrees for Brad. Oh, 68 in your sim rig. It is sim rig time of year, is it not? When it's cold and dark outside, there's nothing better than just sim racing. All right, thank you, Lamborghini. Remember the affiliations comment. We're going to get back to that. All right, so Need for Speed Heat. You know, I'm so bummed. Why didn't they just put controller support into Need for Speed? I mean, I know I've taken it pretty easy on this title. We promoted it up to the point of launch. Now that it's launched, which I believe it has, we can shut up about it. But why does it not have controller support? I mean, they've always had controller support. It just pisses me off. It means it's a no buy for me. No controller support, no buy. Because quite honestly, if I'm going to sidetrack myself with a game that I play with a controller or something else, I'm going to go play SimCity or something. I don't know what I play nowadays. But anyway, Need for Speed. Twisted Voxel talking about it. It's all over the news is why I'm mentioning it. 85. Oh, we have a contender. 85 and humidity beats Phoenix on the miserable scale for me. Tom Jones accepts Devin Booth. Devin Booth has been having a hard time getting acceptance. That's what I heard. No roll controller support. Isn't Speed Sport? I'm not sure about Speed Sport being in on that. Okay, so anyway, Twisted Voxel. I mean, Pat Wheel. I still heard, I haven't confirmed this myself, but everybody's told me there's no wheel support for Need for Speed. So, here's a list of all the cars available. All the cars that you supposedly... Please tell me I'm wrong, by the way. I am not trying to be... I'm telling you right now. Okay, so yeah, no wheel support. You can use a gamepad. Thank you, Billy Strange. Check out Billy Strange Racing on YouTube. He has great information. He's very quick to get content out on new things. Not sure if you've done any Need for Speed, but anyway, complete list of cars that you can drive with your gamepad. Acura, Aston, BMW, Chevrolet, Ferrari, Ford, Honda, Lamborghini, Lotus, Mazda, McLaren, Mercedes, Mitsubishi, Nissan, Plymouth, Pagani, Porsche, SRT Viper, Porsche Panamera, Subaru, Volkswagen, Volvo. I know I missed a few, but I got a pretty good amount of the marquees included in the game. You'll find the full write-up there at Twisted Voxel. Here at Twisted Voxel, they're also telling you every location in Need for Speed. Is this just spoiler? Should I be telling you guys earmuffs? Am I ruining everything? Let's see here. Billy Strange accepts everyone. Thank you, Tom. Don't. No Monte Carlo SS. I didn't look. Here are all the locations. Cape Castle, Fairway. There you go. What else? Need for Speed. Dark Side of Gaming, talking about PC performance analysis. I won't test it myself, probably. I feel like I'm a little too busy to dive into that. Tell me I'm wrong. Need for Speed Heat beginners, tips, crews, upgrades, and more. This one is at Cultured Vultures. The moral of the story is that Need for Speed is everywhere today. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2080 Ti runs Need for Speed Heat with 43 to 63 FPS and 4K. That's not all that good. Sounds like they should be able to optimize it a little bit better than that. Sounds like my brother's home. Xbox Hub also talking about Need for Speed. Need for Speed Heat is available on Xbox One, PS4, and PC right now. There you go. Not sure what you guys are talking about, Datsun. Brings me to an interesting point. If we go to the cars list and do go to Nissan, is there a 240Z? So when they go to an old school, I don't see a 240 in the Nissan section. But if they were to put a Datsun 240Z as an example into the game, should it be called a Nissan 240Z? Oh, right there. Here it is. Nissan Fairlady 240Z. That's my car. I don't know what the G is. Yeah, should that be called a Datsun? Now, in Japan, was it always a Nissan? Was it a Nissan Fairlady? I thought it was a Datsun even in Japan back in the day. Correct me if I'm wrong. You'd think I would know, but somebody tell me. What else? What else do we have going on? Automobile Sport, talking about the Sim Racing GT Racing driver Gasner. Driver Gasner wins the final of the ID.R Race Room Challenge. Remember this challenge? I think we even posted a lap on it. But Mark Gasner, the Williams JIM eSport team, prevailed against competitors from 7 nations. So in the grand finale, that is how that played out. I somehow missed that was even going on, even though I know we talked about it. Yeah, Tom, that's kind of how I feel. It's like, but then do you really create a different category just for Datsun? And then if you do, does that compel you to add other cars to the list as well? There are Nissan and Datsun 240s. They're slightly different cars. Well, I know that the Fair Lady, I'll call it, from the Japanese market, because it didn't come here named Fair Lady. It came here as a 240Z. But it had, like, the mirrors were on the front fenders versus in the windows, like the American version and the 240. Mine's a Datsun, I can tell you that. The American market, for the most part, was Datsun. Maybe in Canada you had both. But no Honda Civic, no buy. Fair enough. Do we have Honda? I wouldn't be surprised. Hold on. This is a tuner. FH. There we go. Honda. S2000. That's a car. I'm going to give you guys a little honesty trip here. So the NSX Type R. Didn't know there was an NSX Type R. Is there? Honda Civic Type R, Honda Civic Type R, 2000 and 2015 in the hot hatch category. So I own my Datsun and I love it, but I'm not a super wealthy guy, so that's like your extra car, a hot rod, something like that. And one of my dreams is, if I didn't have the Datsun, would to be go through a bunch of cars that I always wanted but didn't want to like own long term. So for example, I would love to own a Honda S2000 for like 6 months or a year and then sell it and buy myself an old MR2 because I never had one and always wanted one. S2000, that's one of those cars. Always wanted one, never had one, and I don't think I'd want it for a very long time, but I'd love to have it long enough to really know how it drove, to really know how it handled and all that. Anyway, that's just one of my weird things in the world of cars and my love for cars. I wouldn't want to get rid of it, Dark. It's one of those cars I've always really, really want. Yeah. See, MR2, I don't want one very long. They're kind of problematic even. But I do want to drive one. I want to know what it's like to drive a little miniature mid-engine car like that. S2000, last car before you buy a Corvette. I'm not a big Corvette guy, believe it or not. Funny enough, as weird as that sounds. Sports Kita talking about the X1 Racing League. 30 drivers drafted in 6 teams. So here we have our drivers. I'm not sure. This is in Mumbai. This goes on. So this is a very... I've mentioned this before, but we have some pretty big money and names and things going on in this X1 Racing League. So it's a franchise-based motorsport competition concluded here as 30 international and domestic racers were drafted by 6 teams. Notably, son of legendary F1 driver Niki Lauda, Matthias was picked by the Delhi franchise AD Racing, while India's Arjun Maini and Gaurav Gill will race for Bangalore Racing Stars and Delhi teams respectively. The league is powered by JK Tire Motorsports. Anyway, league kicks off in December 7th through 8th, and you had a whole picking and some big names and big money behind it. So, yeah, like I said, I think there's some serious money. I gotta tell you, coming from the sim racing commercial side of things, like the motion sim companies, Dubai, United Arab Emirates, all of those areas down there are really big on indoor entertainment. If you think about it, it's miserably hot in a lot of those regions for a great many portions of the year. So you want indoor entertainment, i.e. sim racing gives them that F1 flair that they are totally about, and they love cars. And then on top of that, you have the indoor factor, which is perfect for their environment. So I think that's one reason you're going to see that be a leader in some of the eSport push towards the future, would be my guess. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being one of the biggest markets for the eSport world in the future. So, Fieros are cool. The GT6, is that what they called that Fiero? That was a good car. I would like to own one of those for 3 months to 6 months. I used to work, when I worked in a tuning shop up at Sonoma, we prepped race cars. And one of the cars that I was assigned was one of those GT6 Fieros, complete race car, roll cage. I mean, it wasn't a real Fiero, but it was a Fiero. And it was an amazing car. It was a real amazing car. So, all right, what else? What else we have to talk about? So this I'm a little confused by. So the posting date shows December 4th, 2019, which, correct me, but I think that hasn't happened yet. So we are in the future. To win a Logitech G bundle. This is coming to us from McLaren through the whole Shadow competition. Get your hands on a driving wheel, webcam, and headset courtesy of Logitech G, which I might as well enter this. I could use another webcam. I need a new gaming headset. And it's nice to have a 920 laying around the house here. Anyway, all you have to do is send the answer to this question. Was Matt Gallagher on the X Factor by messaging true or false to the McLaren Shadow via Instagram? So, to win, you have to follow McLaren Shadow on Instagram. That's as simple as going there and hitting follow. All right. And then you need to send the answer to this question. And if 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 anybody knows the answer, please give it to me. I'd rather give the proper answer. Was Matt Gallagher on the X Factor true or false? All you have to do is message that to them at McLaren Shadow via Instagram, and you'd be eligible to win a Logitech G920, a C922 webcam, that's what we're using right there, and a pro gaming headset. So there you go. You got to get this done by the opening date of the prize draw is the other day. The closing date is December 4th. So you have until December 4th. One entry is allowed per person. There you go. I don't know who Matt Gallagher is. I probably should. I'm supposed to, but right now I have a million stories going through my head. I don't. McLaren Shadow also showing off the Logitech G Fan Challenge. There's another shot. A little more serious, a shot of the competitors. You're going to go with yes. It just sounds like the name of a person. Is that the big trophy, or is that just a part of their set? I'll take that as the trophy. I think that's a trophy. All right, what else? Global Series Round 3. This is MotoGP eSport. Number 3, engines on the title showdown. Make sure you tune into the final of the 2019 MotoGP eSport World Champions at Valencia at 18:30 Friday, November 15th. So that's this coming Friday. They will have the finals in that particular event. You can find all that information at MotoGP eSport. Thank you, Tom Jones. I know who Tom Jones is. Here we go. So, yeah, McLaren Shadow, the Arudes, that's so relevant. McLaren Shadow is giving so many different opportunities in so many different ways. They're really doing a great job of doing that. So, yes, he was a YouTuber, went to WTF1, and also hosts some of the F1 eSports stuff. Thank you very much for that. Thank you, Billy Strange. You are the star of today's show. No, all you guys, you always are. I mean, that's what I love. I mean, I try to know as much as I can. I can't know everything, and I depend on you guys for some of that extra information. Tafadswa. In case I messed your name up. Tafadswa. Thank you very much for that. Yep. All right. I talked about the opportunities and what they lead to. Check this out. World's Fastest Gamer posted this. Rudy Van Buren joins Mahindra Racing in Formula E. Rudy Van Buren wins the original World's Fastest Gamer. He joins McLaren as a simulation development driver. They give him a handful of opportunities driving cars at Goodwood and all sorts of crazy extra bonuses. He then goes on to get a ride in the Porsche in some various league, and not sure how long and that went on. And now he joins Mahindra Racing in Formula E. So that is pretty badass. Congratulations to Rudy Van Buren on one of the best sim racer turned real life opportunity driver out there. The guy's a superstar. Yeah, well, the guy works out all the time. He's a world champion level athlete. He has extensive real life racing experience. He's legitimately one of the best sim racers on planet Earth. And Rudy Van Buren. I'm going to buy a Rudy Van Buren Mahindra Racing jersey the next time Formula E comes here. Okay. Oh, Tafadswa, thank you very much. I'm glad I got it right. Rudy Bourne. He's a simulation driver for the Formula E. Yeah, but don't be surprised if that changes. Porsche. Sorry, Heiko. Links for news and Discord. Yes, Devin, you were a little late on that today, by the way. You messing me up. I'll see if I can pull anything off here. All right, congratulations to Rudy Van Buren as the opportunities and doors continue to open. Race Room, Racing Experience, the BMW M4 GT4 coming soon. This posted at Race Department. Sector 3 Studios have teased a new car coming to Race Room Experience, the GT4 spec BMW M4. And that's all we get to know about it. No previews or anything, no news on exact release date, but it's something that you can wet your whistle on, get ready for. GT Planet has a write-up here how Gran Turismo is made, a behind-the-scenes tour of Polyphony Digital. That could be cool viewing. What I'm seeing as I look at Kaz here, look at all these Tamiya models, and I can see the sides, by the way. Those are Tamiya models, motorcycles and cars, but I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those might even all be motorcycles. Isn't that interesting? Would you have guessed that Kazunori was a giant motorcycle fan? No, I'm going to do my best to get that done. Tom, you're wearing that joke thin, buddy. All right. They used Tamiya models for reference builds in the first Gran Turismo. Well, no surprise, because anybody who builds models, I mean, tell me I'm wrong, and I'm not a pro modeler, but isn't Tamiya one of the best model companies there are? Don't they make just some of the cleanest, most perfectly modeled models? Anyway, the point of the story wasn't me getting distracted by the photo, but that's fun. Look what else. He's got a stack of tires. Yeah. Kazunori. Anyway, here's a shot from the offices, and you can read the whole write-up on a little behind the scenes of Polyphony and the guys behind Gran Turismo. Oh, there's that cool artistic trophy thing. Living it up. That would be a cush job, I'm assuming, if you like living in Japan. That's cool. Cool shot. Workout machine. Sims everywhere. Look at that, a row of different wheels. You know, okay. Need for Speed Heat. How hard is this? You're owned by one of the biggest gaming companies in the world. How hard is it to do this if you're making a driving game? I mean, really? Seriously? I'm not asking you to support my SimuCube 2. I'm not asking you to support my Bodner or my Xperience Accuforce wheel. But couldn't you do that? Would that kill you? Would it? Would it? Tamiya's the only... Yeah, you can't remember others? Wasn't there like AMG, AMC, something? Those were like... And they made like the snap-togethers. Sure, testers for sure. I might be tapped out. Revel? I'd have to think. I'd have to think deep. Couple of people. Tim Chitwood sent me one thing from Butt Kicker, that being this right here. Black Friday starts now. Gamer 2 for only $134.95. No code needed. Use Save 19 for 15% off all other ideas. Fujimi, Iwashima, Revel, Hasegawa. It's hard for them because it's EA. AMT, thank you, Billy Strange. I knew there was one like that. All right, so anyway, thank you, Tim Chitwood, letting people know that the Gamer 2 is on sale for $134.95. Also, Robert Perry sent me something showing off this. Apparently, Butt Kicker is now one of the Thrustmaster vendors. So if you're looking for something that you can't find somewhere else, looks like only 3 products are popping up. I'm assuming we're going to see an expansion. He had sent me a more formal announcement that I didn't bring up on the show, but we're going to see more Thrustmaster products from Butt Kicker as well, which might be, sometimes it's just shipping that is the big difference of where you buy your products from. So who knows? This could be a good opportunity for some people out there. Thank you for sending that in, Tim and Robert. Eye Candy Time, Sim Racing Hardware News and Reviews blog. This is the Indy 19 steering wheel for Australians from SimCore. Does that mean only Australians can have it? I want it. Why can't Americans have it? Can New Zealanders have it? Or is it just Australian? Our Australian friend SimCore. That's why. I'm sure you can get one anywhere. 1,895 Australian. Don't know what that is. About 1,500 euro. So that's going to be 1,800 euro, depending on the options chosen. Comes in a box like that. Damn well should. Little video of it in action. Nope. That's one thing I don't like about their reviews. We'd have to go find that. We could find it. But look at that wheel. That's a beauty. That is a beauty. I like it. And I guess we're getting to the end of the show. Other than Devin, you're killing me, Booth. Let's see here. Devin Booth. This is not a good link for the show. Bear with me, everybody. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. Try that again. Bear with me. Oh, I know what I did wrong. There we go. I wish I could make it bigger, but on short notice, that's as good as I can do. Devin Booth, I'm not going to be here, unfortunately, for this. I was planning on, but I'm going to be out of town. Monogram, Revel, MPG, AMT, coming in late with the models. But yes, Monogram. I forgot about Monogram. But yes, Devin Booth is holding a community charity race. And this is the Logically Gaming Racing Community's annual Suicide and Mental Health Awareness November race, and this is going to go on November 17th with the qualifying opening up at 10. So 10 o'clock on this Sunday the 17th. Sorry, I'm kind of reading this really quickly. And the lobby will open at 9 for practice, short drivers meeting. So anyway, the main point, password will be given out Sunday via the 2.2 for 22 roll. So be sure to check in the Discord. Which Discord is that? Devin Booth, please give us more information here in the chat just to make it perfect for everybody. But again, come support a good cause. Logically Gaming. Devin Booth will be streaming and doing this. This will be at discord.logically-gaming.com. And it's November 17th, 9 a.m. practice. It'll be at Watkins Glen in the LMP1 and the GTE class. I didn't read the password, I don't think. I think I said it would be given out there. So yes, go to discord.logicallygaming.com and you can join in for the action, the 2.2 for Mission 22, Racing for Veterans Suicide Awareness. Perfect cause with today being Veterans Day. Sorry I kind of massacred that, but there you go. There you go. And then last, we finished with some rigs, just motivation, inspiration for you guys. This is awesome. This is sort of I'm going to say simulator inspired because this is nothing like the one we built. This is a total PVC DIY. Buy a bunch of PVC tubing, and I see he bought the good stuff. Put it together in whatever shape and form that you need. Lock it down, and you've got a rig. Looks like he just grabbed a couple of foam cushions for his seat, mounted up a pretty modded Logitech wheel. He's got is that a hack mod or is that a completely different wheel? I can't tell. Flex like that. I'm not sure. But anyway, there is a very well done DIY rig by Taliesin. What else we got? Check out this. Is this too much monitor? Too Too much monitor. This coming to us by You King on Reddit. My newly set up rig. Please don't mind the mess. Still moving things around. So yes, look at that tornado. Everything that isn't in the rig itself is a complete tornado. But is that like 3 49-inch monitors? Is this not the craziest thing you've ever seen ever? All of that, and that's a Logitech wheel sitting there in the middle. But yeah, that is crazy. And then finally, we've got this one coming to us from JD8478. I always say coming to us like it was sent in. I wish they weren't. That's a nice clean setup. I believe that is a DIY profile kit. I don't believe that's a purchase. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that one of the ones available from SimLabs? Or is that a scratch built 80/20 profile chassis? Anyway, it is 80/20. Anyone can do that. Oh, I see a little space between those monitors. He's doing the front overlap, but I do see a little daylight between it. He's got some real racing trophies there next to him. I'm wondering who this is and what he really does. Cool racing photos and a nice clean. I see the floating shelf there with some extra things for him next to his rig. He's got a waste basket. Nice looking rig right there. I missed the notification. I totally missed the last one. We're working on some things, Devin. Our Twitch stream is going through a lot as well. We are always improving, always trying to improve, clean up the stream. And that's for you guys. You guys give me a lot of tips, a lot of pointers, a lot of suggestions. And if you ever have more, if there's more you think we can do. Michael Clark, I see you're in the show. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're having a good Veterans Day and you have a smile on your face hanging out with your friends here in the sim racing world. But again, you guys are the whole point of the show. You guys give me so many pointers on what we can do better. You guys give me so much help and direction. If you ever think we can do more, please feel free to email me, Shaun, SHAUN, at thesimpit.com, and tell us what we can do better. Tell us how we can improve, and I'm always listening. We're always making changes, willing to go the extra mile to get more into the show, and that's just because it's so much fun hanging out with you guys, talking sim racing 3 days a week, doing the sim racing show. We're going to move on Twitch. If you're not on Twitch, if you're watching on YouTube, know that right now, Futuristic Viper, great question. Please send them to me at that email, Shaun, SHAUN, at thesimpit.com, and I'd love to make your rig the star of the next show for sure. Tell us the story, and I'll tell everybody how you got in. I'll tell them everything about you if you send me the pictures and the info. Beyond that, be sure to subscribe. If you subscribe, you get notifications of when we go live. You also get notifications of when new shows are coming out. So, for example, it looks like today I'm going to be doing some Simucube 2 Pro testing in Assetto Corsa Competizione. So if you want to see that, you're going to want to subscribe to the channel so that you'll get a notification when we go live. We are on Twitch. Thank you guys for being here all morning. We've been live this morning, and we're going to stay live as we transform the situation, transform the Simpit studio into our driving operations. And then once everything's set up, we'll probably go live on YouTube, but no guarantees there. That is going to do it for this one. Be sure to thumbs up if you enjoyed the show. And, of course, tell a friend so we can continue to grow. This is the Simpit. I'm Shaun Cole, and I'll see you on the track.